Hey everybody, Zach Gilliland here. Coming at you with another training today. Today we're going to be going over webhooks inside of HighLevel. Just going to use Zapier as a kind of like a sandbox environment here today to look at the functionality that we can do with webhooks. Zapier is probably what most everyone is familiar with, or what most everybody has. Some of y'all have Make, Integromat. Some people are using Pabbly. Some of you are using other platforms, but the webhook functionality inside HighLevel can be used with any of those platforms. We're just going to use Zapier as a demo environment for today. So, all right. So before we get into the how to do it, let's talk about why to do it. And the why is pretty easy. The why is anything that you can do on Zapier, which is, integrate with thousands and thousands of other third-party applications. You can control those interactions from HighLevel just by sending webhooks out to Zapier and then making changes and posting back to HighLevel afterwards. And so there's all kinds of different use cases and reasons, why you might do this. One of the ones that we could, I suppose, look at, since, everybody is talking about artificial intelligence right now. A lot of you know that I'm pretty into that whole world. And so maybe what we could do is just do kind of a fun little demo here where we use OpenAI to make some changes to some content in HighLevel and then post it back to HighLevel afterwards, all from within Zapier. So that would be one use case, but let's say there's other apps too, and that's the use case we'll demo. But let's say there's other things you want to do, like send somebody a greeting card, a handwritten greeting card. Well, that's something that you can do inside Zapier, right? So if you can push a webhook out from HighLevel with the data that you need, and then send it into Zapier, and then post that information back to HighLevel and do an update in HighLevel after you've sent the greeting card out, that could be a really helpful use case for those of you that are trying to do outreach, stay in touch with your customers, all that type of stuff. So let's just look at the OpenAI example today, just for fun. Everybody knows HighLevel's working on AI stuff, so it's probably the right time to do it. So let's start inside of HighLevel. I'll go ahead and share my screen with you guys here. We'll go to the demo account. All right, we're at the demo account. We're going to just create a new folder here. We'll just call this demo Zapier webhook to, just call it Zapier webhooks. So this will be our folder. We'll put all of our fun functionality in here. Alrighty. Let's go into it. We got just a blank workflow here. Now, let's see, what type of stuff do we want to modify with artificial intelligence today? Let's see, I'm just thinking here. What would be the best thing? I wonder if there's anybody. It looks like there's nobody on the live. I was just going to ask you guys what you want to actually have the AI write for us today. Tell you what, we'll do a full thing with websites. We'll just do a full little example here with websites. So let's just do a new funnel here. We'll call this demo AI funnel. We'll build a full little stack here, which will result in us posting information out to Zapier. Okay. Now let's add a funnel step here. We'll just call this landing. And then we're going to create from blank because we want to build just a blank funnel from scratch here. We're going to choose a full width container, and we'll just put one column in there right now. And then let's call this headline. Now I'm going to just duplicate this tab here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set up a funnel to listen for custom values. Then we're going to set up a form that's designed to go out to HighLevel, or pardon me, go out to Zapier and get some information for us that we can use to put back into our funnel. Okay. So let's see. So we'll just go to our settings here. We're going to get out of the funnel. We'll leave the funnel open in this tab. We'll go to this tab here. We're going to go to settings and create a custom value. All right, so let's go down to our custom values here. And then we're just going to call this funnel hero headline. And we'll just give that a dash for now. Then let's do sub headline. We'll just do headline and sub headline for now. And we'll give this a dash as well. Okay, now in our funnel, let's go ahead and save this. And we're just going to put test in the metadata. So we can go ahead and save this. Now I'm going to refresh this because I want to be able to access the custom values that I just made. All right, and we'll add sub headline. I'm just going to add a little bit of padding in between these here. Okay. All righty. We'll go ahead and save this off. Cool. Just checking a few things real quick here. Okay, perfect. All right, now let's flip back over here and we're just going to copy these custom values in this tab. And I'm just going to bold this one and let's copy this custom value. Oopsie. And we'll go ahead and save that. All right. So now what we are going to do is go back to our other tab here. And we're going to go back to our automations. Actually, before we go to automations, let's go to sites and we're going to build a form here. So what we want to do is build a form that we can use to just input some information into. And then we want to have Zapier pick up that information and go out to OpenAI, generate some headlines for us, and then come back to HighLevel with that information. And so let's do this here. So we're going to add a new form. And we're just going to do first name, last name, email, phone. Then we're going to need some custom fields. Right here, we'll click on custom field. We're going to add a new field, single line of text. And next. And then we'll just put this on the additional info in the contact. And then we'll call this product information, product/service information. Then we're going to add another one. We'll call this name of brand. Put this on the additional info section of the contact. Alrighty. Okay, so we need to generate two headlines for this. We need a headline and a sub headline for this website. And we have to think about the information that we're going to want to collect that gives us enough data to generate that headline and the sub headline. So the product/service information, and then the name of the brand. That should be enough. We probably, for at least for the sake of this demo, right? I think those are probably the only two things that we're going to need to generate the headline. So let's go over here and we're just going to call this headline generator form. Alrighty. And then let's go ahead and get a link for this form real quick. We'll put it right here so we can use it in a moment. Now we can go to our automations. And we'll just go to this demo folder here. So here's what we're going to do. We'll call this headline generator form to Zapier payload. So we're going to listen for a form submission here. Form submitted, we're going to add a filter for which form we're listening for. So we're going to do the headline generator form submitted. Headline generator form. Then after that, we are going to just wait a minute. We'll just wait half a minute, actually. For any race conditions. Then we are going to use a webhook action in the workflow. Called webhook. I like to do just little arrows here to Zapier so I can remember where I'm actually sending the webhook payload. Okay. Now this is the point where we need to go out to Zapier. I already have Zapier pulled open here. And when you go to create a news app from scratch, let's just call this Zap. We're going to title it here, listen for payload from HighLevel. I'll just call payload from HighLevel, which is going to be the headline generator form. Then we're going out to OpenAI. And then we'll come back to HighLevel after that. So start with HighLevel, go to where you need the headline generator form, then we're going to OpenAI, then we're going back to HighLevel. Cool. Okay, so what we want to choose here in Zapier, this is a brand new Zap. You will need a premium version of Zapier to do this. But we're just going to look for this Webhooks by Zapier. This is why it says premium right here. And we're just going to select this catch hook option right here. Then you can just hit continue, continue. It's going to generate a webhook URL. We can copy that URL. And then in the webhook link here in HighLevel, we're just going to paste this in. The method that you use is post. Now, we do not need to add any custom data here, at least we shouldn't. And the reason why is because this particular form already has the two fields on it that we need. And since the trigger type that we're using up here is a form submission, we can assume that that form data that we're looking for is already going to be inside this webhook payload. Therefore, adding custom data is not going to be necessary. Adding headers is also not going to be necessary for this particular instance. So we can go ahead and we'll just go ahead and save this. Now, since we're probably going to test this several times, I'm going to go over to settings in the workflow and I'm just going to turn on allow multiple. That way we can enter the workflow more than one time. And so the first thing that we're going to do is just work on catching this webhook payload inside of Zapier from HighLevel from this form. So Zapier right now is going to be listening for any posts that come to that webhook URL. So that means we're good to go in terms of submitting a test here. So I'll go ahead and push myself through here. I'm just going to enter in my information. Okay, and for the product service information, let's just do, say, we're going to do high tech device that works much like fidget spinner. And then enables people to do something. Let's see. I'm just visualizing a product. I'm thinking of like a fidget spinner, but it's not really a spinner. It's like almost like a puzzle, kind of like a lightweight puzzle that you can kind of solve, maybe made out of metal, something kind of fun, like tactile to use. Made from high quality metal. Feels nice in your hands. Small enough to use during work meetings. Provides your brain with enough stimulation to focus. Let's see, users can solve micro puzzles, which enables your brain, let's see, which provides your brain with enough stimulation. There we go. Okay, so here's what we have so far. High-tech device that works much like a fidget spinner. Made from high-quality metal, feels nice in your hands, small enough to use during work meetings. Users can solve small micro puzzles which provides your brain with enough stimulation to focus. Okay, a little rough, but that's good enough. All right, and then the name of the company, let's choose Fidget Central. Actually, Fidget now. All right, good enough. So we're gonna go ahead and push this form off. All right, so we just got a form submission. Let's jump over to HighLevel. Let's make sure that we're picked up inside the workflow here. Let's go ahead and refresh. Okay, still no executions. You know what I bet it is? I bet our form is not published, maybe? Let's take a look. Nope, our form exists. We did save it. Oh, but our workflow is not published. Of course. All right. Let's go back. We'll do this again real quick. Fidget device. Small enough to fit in your pocket. Fun, like a fidget spinner. made from high quality metals and plastics. Feels amazing in your hands. Allows users to solve micro puzzles while doing other things, providing the brain with enough stimulation to focus. All right, name of brands, Fidget now. All right, should have it in our workflow now. Boom, there we are. Okay, so we're on the wait event. We're just gonna wait 1 minute. Well, it's actually only half a minute, it's 30 seconds. We just want to make sure that HighLevel is able to kind of process that information. I like to do this, especially with form submissions. Should probably only have about 10 seconds left here. Boom. Okay, wait is finished. Let's look at the execution log, added the workflow, hit the wait event, finished the wait event, executed the webhook, removed from the workflow. So since our webhook was executed, we should be able to test this trigger on Zapier now. We should have a payload waiting for us, which we do. And so here is our product service information that came through on the form right here. You can see product service information and name of brand. So this is the sample webhook payload. So if you guys haven't seen one of these before, this is called a JSON object. So we have a bit of an object structure here. This is our contact ID inside of HighLevel. First name, last name, then the full name put together, the email address and the phone number that was added on the form. And then we have some additional information like date created right here, contact source, which was the headline generator form. Then this is the information of the location, the HighLevel sub account that sent this information to us. We even have our workflow ID right here and the name of the workflow that sent the information to us. We have the URL of the form that was used for the submission. And then we also have, information on the browser and all that stuff that the user is using. So lots of information comes through in one of those webhook payloads. And again, when we set this up, we didn't even add any custom data. That's all sort of out of the box. When you use a form submission trigger like this in a workflow, and then you fire off a webhook, that's going to be the type of object structure that comes through. So anyway, we can go ahead and continue onward now. Now, we had talked initially about, taking this information and using artificial intelligence to process it and help us build some headlines for this website. So let's do that. So we're going to search for OpenAI. Oh, that's funny. They have makers of ChatGPT. That's great. Okay. And okay, so what we want to do here is send prompt. If you're new to OpenAI, this is the type of event that you're going to use to have it write some text for you. So we'll go ahead and do continue here. And then I already have OpenAI set up in my Zapier, so we can just continue. And for this, I won't get into a bunch of this, but you can just use the text DaVinci 003 model. That's fine. Okay, so this is what we're going to do here. We're going to use a certain kind of prompt structure here, which you guys don't need to know, but I'll just help out with this a little bit. We're going to say, I would like for you to act as a copywriter who specializes in writing website landing page copy. Then we're going to say, I will provide you, and let's actually add some white space here. So I will provide you with a brand name and product, service, description. Then we're going to say you will write we'll see, website, landing page, headline. And we can also specify how many characters do we want this to be. But right now we're just going to do, you'll write a website, landing page, headline. That's catchy. And incorporates the brand name and product, service, description. Okay, so that's kind of like a rough one here that should work. Should be good to go on the rest of our settings here. So, all right. So then down here, we're going to do brand name. And now we're going to take our form data and link it. And then we'll link product service description as well. All right. Cool. Let's push this off and see what happens. Okay, so here was our headline. Unlock your focus with Fidget now, the high quality fidget device that I can't see, it's cutting it off. Okay. That's fine. All right, so we're gonna wait here for a second. Actually, let's go ahead and add, we're gonna add a lead connector to a next step here because we want to send this data back to HighLevel. So we'll add lead connector and then choose app and event. And so we're going to add or update a contact. Then it's going to ask us for our API key. You guys probably can't see the screen that just popped up, but just know that Zapier is popping up and asking for the API key of the account. And so I'll show you guys where to find it. If you go to settings on your sub account, it's going to be this key right here. So I'm going to actually just go ahead and regenerate this. And then you can use that to copy the key. So you guys won't see this part, but I'm going to go ahead and paste this in. And then if I go back here, it's going to load up that sub account. So then we're going to go and hit next here. Okay, so what we're going to do here is a little bit of kind of high level trickery, right? But we're actually going to add 2 more custom fields. And then we'll do single line. And this field name is going to be AI generated headline. And we'll put this in additional information on the contact object, and we'll add another field. And then we'll do AI generated sub headline. So if you guys can imagine, you from the website that we built earlier with the custom values. Those custom values could be values that you have in a snapshot, right? They get created and delivered automatically with the website. Then you need to run this logic, these workflows, have the user fill out the form, or maybe you, as part of your onboarding, you get their, obviously their brand name and their product service description. And so then you can run this workflow stack for their specific business and then have that information added to their sort of master contact level within HighLevel as a custom field. And then you can update those custom values, which is going to essentially dynamically build a website for them or put the copy on a website template. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and do this sub headline. Okay, so now if we go back to Zapier, since we just added 2 new fields, we're going to need to refresh these because you can see these just popped in down here. And so what we're going to do here is the AI generated headline. We can go ahead and click on the second step and we're going to show everything, and then we'll push the information back there. And then what we can do is duplicate this entire thing. We could probably have this do a headline and a sub headline in one step, but I'm just going to manually do it 2 times. And I'll show you why. I'm going to do it 2 times. Because we're going to actually feed the context back in. So this time I'd say like to act as copywriters who specializes in writing website landing pages. Copy, I'll provide you the following inputs. So this time instead of the brand name and product service description, I'm going to do existing website headline as number 1, and then for number 2 I'll do brand name, and then for number 3 I will do product service description. And then you will write a website landing page sub headline that's catchy, incorporates the brand name and product service description, and expands on the headline. And so we're going to change the inputs here. This will be input number 2. This will be input number 3. Then we need to add 1 more input. Whoopsie. For existing website headline, we are going to drop the headline that was generated in step 2 into this. So let's go ahead and hit continue here, and we're going to retest this. And we're just going to slightly change this, the instructions here in the prompt. So write your website landing page sub headline that's catchy, and we're just going to say and expands on the headline, because we don't need to mention the name of the brand 2 times. Alrighty, unlock your focus and keep your hands busy. Fidget now. All right, let's just make a couple quick modifications here. So what I am going to do is in the prompt up here, going to say instead you'll write a website landing page in headline that's catchy, all that stuff. I'm just going to say you'll write a website landing page headline that is catchy and sells users on the device. Sells users on the product. And so I'm just going to retest this one real quick. Unlock, focus, and fun with Fidget Now, the premium pocket fidget device. Okay, let's go up and make one more change here. So I'm going to say I will provide you with the following inputs. I'm actually going to get rid of brand name in this first one. Following input. I'm just going to say product service description. Then I'm going to get rid of brand name out of this one. And let's retest this real quick. Boom. Looks amazing. And for this one, for this step to actually work for the high level stuff, we're going to have to map the email address and phone number to these fields. Else, it won't know what contact record to actually update inside of high level. And then we need to mark this lead value, this billion value, whatever it is. And then we can continue. And we're not going to, well, yeah, we can go ahead and, well, we'll wait to test that actually. And okay. And then in this prompt, I'm going to copy and paste what I copied earlier. That's catchy and incorporates the brand name and product. Let's see, incorporates the brand name, product service description, and existing website headline. Alrighty, let's go ahead and retest this real quick. Every time you retest it, it pushes it back through. If you guys, I don't know if you guys have caught on to that part of it here. Okay, stay focused with Fidget Now, solve micropuzzles on the go. All right, we need to change our action here real quick. Let's see here. So we needed to expand on the existing headline, not repeat the existing headline. So we're going to make that change and see if that fixed it. Okay, let's see here. High quality fidget. Let's see. Focus and stay energized with Fidget Now. High quality fidget device for on the go puzzle solving. That was supposed to be our sub headline, and then our headline was supposed to be solve micro puzzles on the go and stay focused with our high quality fidget device. All right, so this needs a little bit of work, and I'll just make one more small change and then we'll get on with it here. That's catchy and focuses on what the product service can do for someone. And then, so let's retest that real quick. See what that does. Unlock new levels of focus with this fun and portable fidget device. Okay. And then in the sub headline, let's change it to focus on you'll write a website landing page sub headline that takes into consideration the existing headline and expands on the product service description to focus on the benefits or features of the product. Benefits and the features and benefits. I'm going to change the order here. Features and benefits of the product. And then we have our inputs. And I'm actually just going to pull brand name out of here entirely. So 3 becomes 2. All right, now let's retest it. I think we're pretty much on the money, y'all. I think the fidelity is increasing here. Improve your concentration and focus this fun. Portable fidget device unlock new levels of focus today. Good enough. We can modify it further, but that's good enough for now. So we're going to go ahead and copy this one as well. It's on our clipboard. What does that mean? I've never used a clipboard. Where's the clipboard? Can I paste it right here? No. Okay, I'm going to duplicate it, not copy it, obviously. We'll drag it down here. And then for this one, we're going to do all the same stuff, except instead of the headline, we're going to push to the subheadline, and we are going to use the output coming from this 4th step here, right here. All right, so now before we actually run these tests, because we can actually, the second that we test this, it's going to push the data through to HighLevel. So let's go in here into our workflows here for a minute. We'll create another workflow here. We'll just do headline, info, let's see, Zapier, headlines, update HighLevel. Alrighty. Now let me check something here real quick. You know, actually, as I think about it, so here, let me tell you guys what the options are. So inside of Zapier, we don't have the option to post this information back to custom values, which is what's actually the website is utilizing. However, you can update custom values via HighLevel's API. And there are other Zaps out there that third parties have set up that allow you to do that. For example, if we were to use Make Integromat right now instead of Zapier, we could actually post those custom values back to HighLevel as well. But since we're using Zapier and we're using the out of the box Zap, the only option is to post them back to custom fields, which that's okay. However, obviously, if they went back to custom values, the website would actually literally reflect those headlines and subheadlines in real time. Since that isn't the case, though, we're just going to do a manual copy and paste over to the custom values. So let's go ahead and just test through these steps here. So we'll test this, then we should get a green check. Cool, green check on that one, and then we'll test this one. Green checks on that one also. So what does that mean? That means if we go back to our contacts now and I go to my contact and I scroll down to additional info where we put those fields, we can see product service description, name of brand, and let's see, did I put the other ones on general info? Oh, I need to refresh this tab. Cool, and there's our headline right here, and then here is our sub headline right here. So what we could also do in Zapier is basically parse this text out, so that way only this comes through. Same with the headline, we could parse this out so that only this comes through. But for now, since we're manually copying and pasting anyway, we're going to go ahead and just literally copy this into the custom values. So let's go to our settings here. And we'll go to our custom values. We have these two that we created. So let's just paste these in here. It's going to be so fun. And if we spend a little bit of time actually working on the prompts for these two, we could get these dialed in. Okay, so this is unlock levels of focus with this fun and portable fidget device, improve your concentration, focus with this fun portable fidget device. So obviously pretty repetitive. So we'd want to, like, you know, get those dialed in. Focus on like some of the features like we had mentioned in the original description that you know, there's high quality metals and plastics being used, all this kind of stuff. So you guys get the idea. More trying to demo the functionality than the prompts themselves. And then if you guys play around with it, you can get it smoking on all cylinders, working real well. But if we were to go to sites now, since we just put those into the custom values themselves, if we were to go to preview this, you can see that like our text is actually in the funnel now that we updated those custom values. So again, if we were actually to update them straight from Zapier, you could literally have your contacts, your customers, your leads, whoever, fill out a few different forms or maybe a survey with a few different steps. You could have a website already templatized and stylized, custom values and all that kind of stuff. And in a matter of minutes, the entire site could be automatically built for them based on the information coming back from Zapier, just using artificial intelligence to write the copy. So pretty cool stuff, guys. I don't know if anybody's on. I haven't even checked the comments here. Let's see here. I'll stop sharing for just a second. Cool. I don't think we have any questions. If you guys watch this, if you watch the replay, and you have questions about this, feel free to comment on it or drop me a DM. Really love all the artificial intelligence stuff also. So happy to give you guys any pointers or anything like that. So hope you guys have a great rest of the day. We'll go ahead and shut it down now. We have about 5 minutes left. So we'll just go ahead and shut it down now, and we'll pick it back up next time. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.